Here we have a new 2023 Chevrolet Traverse RS. This one comes in the beautiful iridescent pearl tricoat on jet black with spice red stitching, perforated leather interior. And our powertrain consists of a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine, made it with a 9-speed automatic transmission. Just love those wheels. And then coming around to the front end here, love this as well. LED daytime running lights along with high intensity discharge headlamps. And just a really mean look on this Traverse, love it. Got that kind of galvanized gray there with the black gloss. Everything looks fantastic. And even with this plastic gray down here, you can't even pay attention to that because that front fascia just looks incredible. But coming around to these wheels here, these are going to be 20-inch. Absolutely stunning. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then we have the power door lock controls here, power window controls here with one-touch auto up and down. For the driver's side, power folding mirrors with blind spot monitors, and then we can lock the rear windows, power mirror controls there, excuse me. Then we have power liftgate controls there. We can set it to max, 3/4 or off, and then hit the button to open and shut it. Little storage pocket here, cup holder there, Bose sound system, headlamp controls, and I think I said those were HID. I meant to say they were LED for the headlamps. So. And then here we have our power driver's seat with power lumbar support. Let's go ahead and check out this rear leg room. There's the rear passenger door panel. Still have tons of storage, so I really like, especially this cup holder they put there. But fantastic leg room. I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, and then I have about an inch between my knee and the back of the seat here. Seat pockets behind on both sides, so really impressive. And then we have rear automatic climate controls here. We can adjust temperature, set the mode where we want the air to go, and then we set the auto there. And then we have 3-prong 120-volt household plug-in there. Sorry for the lighting, it's not adjusting. And then we have 2 USB-A inputs there for charging. Premium dome lights here. Here are the top AC vents, and then on the back handles here, we can hang our clothes there. And there's a view of the 3rd row. And still plenty of space back there. I'll go ahead and show you all real quick. If I can fit in the middle, that's the hard part. But I can still kind of sit back here. It's not comfortable, but that's kind of the space right there. And then we have a USB-C. It is dark back here. I apologize for that. We have a USB-A input, storage in the cup holder. But that's what this tin will do. You put it on these SUVs. It's hard to see. And then, of course, the child lock is on. So we're going to do this. And then if you want to know what the child lock is, it's right here if you ever wonder why you can't get out of the car. Let's go ahead and make our way to the back here. Fuel filler. And then coming back to the back end, we do get LED tail lights, dual exhaust there. And this one does have the trailering package, so we have an upgraded cooling system, along with a few other things, which I'll show you all on the window sticker here momentarily. But plenty of space behind the 3rd row, and then you can even fold that down, pull here, and then that'll fold flat. And both sides will do it. But the 2nd row has to be up far enough. Then you just pull it back up, pretty easy to do. And then we also have storage underneath here as well. And then there's a 12-volt back there, which I always say if you have an inverter or something, it's really good for that if you want to charge your laptop while you're out camping or whatever. But let's see if we can see through this tinted glass here, this window sticker. There are all the standard features that come on the RS. And then only options here are trailing equipment and the iridescent pearl along with the floor liner package. Stickers right at $48,210. But I do just want to say, as I go around to the other side, just love how the RS comes standard. All the standard features you get with that are just really, really awesome. But as we come around to the front passenger seat here, this one does get power with power lumbar support, which is a big plus for me. Then we have our glove compartment here. Pretty good size. The owner's manuals are in there as well. And then we'll just go ahead and pop the hood real quick, take a look in there. And it's mostly covered up by that plastic piece, but there's that 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6. And let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So I love getting this heated leather wrap steering wheel, really nice and really easy to fit my big hands in all those spots there. Now to the radio, we get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. It also does that, which I've always liked they do with the Traverses. You can hide stuff back there. And then you also have your wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. Your standard navigation here runs off that SD card right in there. You can see your fuel prices and all of that too. You get a Wi-Fi hotspot. Just going to go through the settings here so you know where everything is. Pause wherever. And then backup camera there, front camera there. We do get that trailer hitch view here since we have that trailering system upgrade. But tons of camera views here. You get lost. I'm like, where am I? So you get that trailer view guideline as well. And I love having that surround view too on the left. Really comes in handy. Then we have dual zone automatic climate controls up front. Like I said, we have that rear control too, and then we can either set that here, or we can use the buttons and knobs down here, and then we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger as well. Then USB ports, 12 volt aux input, wireless charging pad there, really good size. And then to shift that 9-speed, hit that lever here, reverse, neutral, drive, and then low gear, and you can manually shift there. And it'll show you a gear in that bottom right. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. We can toggle our auto stop here, our lane keep assist here, and then we have a snow and ice mode and a tow haul mode, along with our tour mode for this Traverse. And then here we have our center console cubby space, pretty good size, removable tray as well. Rear camera mirror, you can toggle that there. Universal home remote. Quick look at the back from up here. And then back to the steering wheel, we have our cruise controls here. We can fool with all that, gap adjust for the cruise and forward collision alert. Voice recognition, mute, and then we can use these 4 arrows to go through the gauge cluster so we can see what's going on, whatever you want to have up. And then behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can control our track list or our radio station favorites depending on what we're on. And then behind the steering wheel on the right side, volume controls up, down. Blinkers here. We can toggle the automatic high beams here. Then to the right side, windshield wiper controls here. And then we can set it to intermittent, low, high. We can toggle the intermittent here. And then off, intermittent, on for the rear wiper. And then pull back for rear wiper fluid. Push up for front wiper fluid. And then high beams there. You can flash the high beams here. Push button start. Finally, we have our key fob with remote start. But next, we're going to go ahead and take this Traverse RS out on the road for a quick test drive. So really love the 9-speed and the Traverses, the Acadias, the Enclaves, the Blazers. They do a really good job at getting you through the shift points. And not a lot of confusion out of the transmission either. I know a lot of the 6 speeds and 8 speeds that were in the Malibus and things of that nature, they had a little issue just with slipping every so often. But I actually had a Blazer for about a month while one of my cars in the shop a while back, and that had the 9-speed when they first came out, and just a really good transmission all the way around. I'm just gonna give it a little throttle here. And these have pretty good power with the V6 in them. don't know if there are rocks underneath the wheel or what, but I have the adaptive cruise on now. Well, now it's on. And I really like having that on here. And I'm glad it's included for a vehicle under 50 grand, especially a 3-row SUV. Really nice to have that here. And I'm glad that all the manufacturers seem to be, in some shape or form, catching up to Tesla, just having standard driving features that we've all gotten used to, whether it's adaptive cruise or lane centering. I mean, it's pretty much a bare minimum. You have to have lane departure warning now. Blind spot monitors are pretty much a must. But even with these 20s on here, really good ride coming down the interstate. I can just feel a tad bit in the steering wheel, but still really, really good ride quality. And these Traverses, the Enclaves, the Acadias just ride really, really well. And overall for the RS package, you really do get quite a bit. Like having your adaptive cruise control standard, the wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto standard. What else do you get? You get the LED headlamps, LED tail lights. They just really don't skimp on this. I think the adaptive cruise is standard. I have to double check. I showed you all the sticker, I already forgot. I've been reviewing several vehicles today, but you just get a lot of car for the money with this Traverse. And I mean, for under 50 grand, 3-row SUV, got heated front seats, rear AC controls, you have your navigation. You just get so much. Now, in terms of fuel mileage, these are not the best. The 9-speed does help out as opposed to, I think they used to have a 6-speed, 8-speed, something like that in the older Traverses, because the 3.6 has been around for a minute. But for what you get and to have that power as well with a naturally aspirated engine, these do a really good job. And I really love the infotainment system. It's just a tad dated since they did the redesign for these, I think in like 17, 18. And well, I think they gave it a refresh in 21, 20, I can't remember. But this is still a really easy system to use. It's still pretty quick for what it is. And like I said, having wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay is pretty much being at the top of the totem pole when it comes to radio features there, so can't beat that. And it's really making people kind of shy away from navigation, which is why a lot of manufacturers have started going to the navigation subscription, because they're like, why would we pay to put nav in vehicles when no one's going to use it? It's just easier to use your phone. So now Google Maps is kind of like, with them being the top of the totem pole for a lot of people, specifically with people who have iPhones and use the maps that Apple provides, that's one way they're trying to get them back into paying for nav. But as I come to the end of this test drive, really, like I said, a lot of vehicle for the money. Like having the rear camera mirror there is nice, the nav is nice, the adaptive cruise, the heated steering wheel. You just really get a lot. And especially with a car like this, getting dual power seats up front, that's a big one too. So definitely would not sleep on this if you're in the market for something like this. And this will bring me to the end of my review of the new 2023 Chevrolet Traverse RS.